Good morning, everybody. I know we got a little double echo here. What is going on? What are you doing, Cap Nation? Welcome, Cap Nation Live. Just getting everything rolling. Glad to be back in the office finally. Welcome. Anthony, Mr. Grover, Nick, the few that are tuning in. Should be good. FC waiting in the queue to come on live. Well, shortly anyways. Alrighty, hold on. Let me text FC. We're going to bring him on first. Once FC logs in, we'll bring him on live. Welcome. We need some tunes in here or something. This is like... It's like just listening to static or something. You guys are way too quiet. Get a little tunes while we wait for FC. While we wait for FC to log in and get his ugly mug here. And then we'll see what kind of damage we can do. Break down a couple of games. If you're on my personal plays, by the way, there are no early personal plays today. Alright? Personal plays will be out after the live show. After the live show, I will put my personal plays out there for everybody that's on. Timmy, what's going on, man? Free play should be out there. Navy up 14-6 at the half. Alabama winning 7-0 in a slow start there. Army up 7-0, but UConn getting ready to score third and goal. Wisconsin, Nebraska is still tied 0-0. Florida up 3-0 against Vandy. State down 7-3 against Indiana. Texas A&M up 3-0 against UMass. Hunting the ball. Maybe might go for it on the other end. Mississippi State up 14-0 against East Tennessee State, and that's going to be a blowout there. Mr. Grover says, great run on your plays this week. I believe we are now 15-4 after a 3-1 day yesterday. Adding another game of the week blowout winner yesterday. Pitt up 3-0 against Duke. Virginia Tech up 7-0 against Liberty. Florida State up 14-0 against the Raging Cajuns. Baylor up 7-0 early against TCU with the ball at midfield. Michigan up 7-0 and putting the ball away. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Northwestern and Purdue is still 0-0. While we wait for the old man to get in here, old Dr. 9 Digits, and once he does, we'll bring him on live. We'll discuss a little MMA action, which, by the way, is getting ready to go down. So if you're not on board for that, you better hurry up. By the way, UFC $29.99 for the full fight card. It is early this morning. So if you're not on the UFC, now is the perfect time to get on board the UFC. $29.99 will get you the full fight card. $25 gets you his max fight pick. All of that good stuff. And it's going to be a big win. Premium plays, personal plays, buy 3 days, get 3 days free. That is going on today as well. I know I had quite a few people ask that yesterday if they could still take advantage of it today. So we said, I got them to say yes, no problem. And we're going to have some fun today. I mean, guaranteed Saturday is 50% off. Not $50 off, 50% off. So that brings it down to just a measly 75 buckaroos. If you're not betting what we're putting out today, you're flat out going to be missing out. fuzz hanging around. Flat out missing out. I forget there's a gigantic 60-inch TV, like literally above my head. We could turn on the games at least, you know what I mean? Although, it didn't turn on at the first. Oh, probably because that switch is off. There's my little footballs to throw at the switch from far away. I'm going to take a quick little 10-second break while we watch this commercial and I go turn the TV on. I guess it helps if we press play.
I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
Alrighty. I don't know. That was like the end of a commercial. But nonetheless, we're here. Let's see if it turns on now. I guess we're not getting on today. Scratch that idea, Bob. We're just going to leave the TV on off today. Apparently. Where's my live chat? Where is everybody? Where is everybody in my live chat? I don't even see a live chat. It went away completely on me. TV even plugged in? TV got unplugged. That would be why it's not on. TV's got to be plugged in, right? I'm pretty sure it's got to be plugged in for it to work. But nonetheless, we're ready to rock and roll. Light little crowd today. Nobody knew we were going live. By the way, we will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow's live show will be early. Back to the early time slots, which, you know, fall forward, spring back. Games now going off, at least in Arizona, at 11. So we're going to be live tomorrow, 7 a.m. on the west, 10 on the east, 7 west, 10 east is when we will be live for Cap Nation Live tomorrow to break down all that good Sunday NFL action. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to have some fun. I'm ready to make some money, which we've been doing all week long, and ready to get it going. Let me see. FC says he's in, but hold on. He's in the wrong show or something. Hold on. Let me reset the guest link. All right. So we'll wait for him to pop in, and then we'll bring on the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Dirt in the house. William Chi, what's going on, brother? Glad to see you tuning in, as well as everybody. If you were on the last Max fight pick, it's in your account for this one, just so you guys know. And by the way, guaranteed Saturday, 50% off. Not $50 off, 50% off. So only 75 buckaroos. And here's what I'm going to do. Anybody that purchases it during the live show and comments that you purchased it, I'm going to send you a special promo code offer. I'm not going to divulge what it is, but I promise you, you're going to want it. It'll be good for any package. after that. So it'll get emailed to you. I'll make a note if you go purchase Guaranteed Saturday during the live show. You purchase Guaranteed Saturday during the live show. I will write down who says that they purchased it during the live show only. I will send each one of you a promo code. It could be for 50% off something. It could be for 100% off, aka free. All right? AKA free. I'm going to bend the rules a little bit, and I'm going to have some fun with that. All right, to try and get some user interaction here. So if you purchase it during the live show, that's Guaranteed Saturday, $75. It's 50% off. Make sure you drop a comment. It's only valid if you drop a comment during the live show. And then I will email you something special. And let's get ready to rock and roll. So there's an echo. There is an echo. Okay, hold on. Well, we can get rid of that. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Just means we've got 2 audio sources, so bear with me for just. All right, I know this works, but is it giving you a double echo? It's giving a double echo. What the fuck is going on? Bear with me. I'm gonna figure this out sooner or later. All right, so you guys can hear me. Is there a double echo now? Testing 1, testing 2, testing 3, testing 4, testing 5. Mr. Grover says double echo. William Chi says no echo. Nick says no echo on my end. No echo? It's fine. Good. We'll roll right back into it. Hey, boy, TR. Okay, I'll let them know to take a look. No echo? Good, 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 good. No FC yet. He is having a problem joining. Let's see if I can log in on my phone, and then we'll know it's on his end because it should be able to. Sorry, this browser isn't supported. Yada yada yada. All right. We'll wait for him. We'll give him a little while longer. We're going to jump right into it. Maybe we'll start breaking down some games while we wait for him. Nick, I got you on the list. I think I was muted when I said it. Thank you. I saw that you purchased. I will get you on the list. As soon as I'm off the live show, I'm going to send out personal plays, and then I will send out an email to the people that purchased Guaranteed Saturday during the live show, and then comment in the comment section. Let you guys know what you guys are getting. It'd be fun. I'm going to try and make it worth it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 2 promo codes. Maybe there'll be 2 promo codes. Yeah, Anthony, I was definitely out of the office for way too long. Way too long. And I'm glad to be back. I'm actually glad to get back in the swing of things. And it's going to be a long winter. And we better snuggle up, get warm, because we're going to be here a while. And we got a lot of money to make this winter. A lot of money to be made. How about that Michigan game stalling out on the first quarter over? Was sitting at 9.5 and instantly jumped to 13.5. And there's still 7-0. And then there's the TCU and Baylor game, and boom, 7-7. And that thing is flying right now with a minute to go in the first. I can't lie, I did bet the Michigan first quarter over after they scored so fast. I figured they would definitely get another one. So it was a $1,000 free bet. I'm gonna lose that one. Let's try resetting this link for FC again. Let's see. For some reason, can't get them to join, but we'll wait and see. Nick says you're waiting for Wisconsin to score. Yeah, we may be waiting a while in that game. Michigan stalling out and punting again, huh? Right, Jordan? It's always the wishes, you know? It's always the wishes. All right, I just told him to restart his computer, so hopefully he'll be able to join us here shortly. While he does that. All right, I'm logging into everything. I'm going to get everything up and running, and we're going to do some breakdowns. We're not going to wait for him. We're just going to get underway. By the way, it's like the best time of year. We got college basketball. We got college football. We got the NBA. We got pro football. We got NHL, which, by the way, NHL has been on absolutely fire. 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 And then starting tomorrow, the World Cup. Brazil plus 400 are favorites to bring home the World Cup trophy out of Qatar. Who do you guys like in the World Cup? That's what I want to know. Odds to win. Brazil plus 400. Argentina 5. France 7. England plus 850. Also Spain at 850. Germany sitting at 10-1. The Netherlands 12-1. Portugal 14-1. You want to find USA? It's 130-1 odds that Team USA can win the World Cup. That's pretty sad. Jordan says, you know what, Kyle? It's always the ones that you don't bet on, I swear. And it's the ones that you do bet on, right? You know, it's hindsight. You don't bet on something, bet on the other, and you get murdered. Florida State up 21-0 against the Ragin' Cajuns. TCU and Baylor 7-7. Navy up 14-6 at the half. Army up 7-3. Michigan State in the red zone down 7-3. Excuse me. Dying over here. Dying over here. Still no FC in the live chat. This computer froze, so bear with me just a second here. Oh, it's pasting. Let me see. Hopefully. While I get all that up and running, we are going to break down some games. We're going to start with that first 11 a.m. my time game, which is a 1 p.m. Pacific game. Between UTSA and Rice. Because that'll be a good one. It'd be nice if FC could join us here, but for some reason it's not. By the way, small little live promo going. Says it's at on my end. So let me check the settings, guys. I don't see anything on my end that would stop them from joining us. Nothing on my end that would stop him from joining us. Let me see something real quick. Because I want him to be able to come join us, so... Let's see here. Give me 1 second. All right. It's definitely... Maybe it is on our end. I don't know. Waiting on host. It must be on our end. Oh, no, it's on his end, because I just logged in on my computer. I can see the chat. Give me 1 second, guys, because I want to bring on FC. I could. For some reason, and bear with me. Uh-oh. Hang tight. Don't know what the hell just happened. Don't mind me, I'm just fucking shit up. All right. Wow. Not sure what just happened, but you guys lost everything on the screen, so bear with me while we try. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but you guys definitely lost me on that side. So, still no guess, nonetheless. Oh. Holy shit! They're popping up. Not only did I just pop up, but the man, the myth, the legend is here as well. Alright, so let me X out of that.
You're going to want to take that off.
Uh-oh. We're not ready for that ugly mug yet. We'll get him off the screen. We're not ready for that just yet. But he is here waiting in the wings. And we know what happens when I bring him on. We usually don't have audio, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do that, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do that. So we're gonna have to bring him on and mic him up and all of that good stuff. But we'll get there shortly because for some reason there he is. Now he's on the screen. We will see what we can do here about getting this ugly mug on the screen. Somehow. Uh-oh. We don't want 3. There's too many of him. Don't mind me, guys. We're just figuring this shit out. You would think that this was like the first time we've ever done... Oh, I know it. Here we go. All right, now we got him. Now we got the man on here. Doctor FC in the house. What's going on, brother? Can you hear us finally? Fuck, took forever.
Yeah, I can hear you. I was going to try to act frozen, but you're good. Can you hear me?
Oh! I hear you. How are you?
You do? Okay, that's good. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Loser!
Oh, okay.
Hold on,
You
man.
can hear me. Okay. Nothing much, man. Trying to get on this UFC before we take next week off.
What the hell was your problem? It took you like 47 years to log on.
Dude, it's got to be you. I don't know. I was logging on. It kept saying that the host had too many people. I don't know what you're trying to do over there, man. I know you said you logged on yourself. So I don't know. Maybe it's me. I need to go to Apple, get a new computer. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I did. I mean, we're gonna... I thought about bringing on some of the viewers live, but I don't know if we're ready for that just yet. I was gonna show you that it's not me, that it was you. We're gonna bring somebody else on, but We need the Sheriff Edward. Where's Edward at?
I don't have the chat pulled up.
All right, so you ready?
You ready for this big UFC event starting in 5 minutes?
Well, the first fight's in like 16 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Technically.
Plus, it's Well, plus if you have the card, if you're on it, you'll know what we think about the overs and unders, which I voice a lot of opinion on that. So. But this card, it's a pretty decent card. I mean, last week was this crazy card where we saw Israel Adesanya get knocked out in the 5th round. Like, he got knocked out by the same guy in the final round of the kickboxing match, dominated the whole fight. So we're a little bit of a hangover, but then we got the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, and Dana expects this one to at least rival a normal fight night. So you're looking for an exciting main event. He made sure Derek Lewis got everything he needed. It's crazy because whenever you look at Derek Lewis, he's never sparring, he's never training, he's never running, he's never wrestling. He's a power hitter who likes to go in the gym, get a quick sweat on, try to shed some pounds. He has a bike at home, some kind of bike that he rides at home, and that's it. This camp, he knows, he thinks. When I talk to him, I asked him about his job and whether or not it's on the line, and like you can tell he was thinking, and he was like, I don't think so. Because I'm an exciting fighter, and I'm going to make it exciting. I'm either going to go out there and knock someone out, or I'm going to get knocked out, or I may show you a wrinkle. I may try to get a submission for the first time ever. So he's still kind of elated and jovial when it comes to fighting, where before he used to be like, oh, I fucking hate fighting. Training. Like, he used to have a different attitude. But so in this one, you never know what you're going to get with Derek Lewis, but he's coming in with a good attitude. You got Sergey Spivak on the other side. Spivak he's a polar bear. He likes to grab onto you and drag you down. But Spivak does some dumb shit sometimes, man. Like, he does some dumb stuff, sorry. And, like, he'll go in there and strike when he just doesn't have the hands. And then, boom, he goes down. Or he'll go in there and take a grappler down who is a lot better than him, and he gets submitted. So I think in this fight, though, you're going to see some stuff. We do have a couple bets lined up for the main event. We definitely have one strong bet for the main event. So, I mean, guys, jump on this card. I don't know how else to tell you, but we know UFC. So at the end of the day, we make money with UFC. We tell you everything that's going on with the fighters. Since the card's coming up, go ahead and purchase the card, buy the Max Fight Pick, get on it literally right now. You're going to want to jump on it this instant, bet the stuff. And then when the card's going on, just read the write-up real quick and see if I have in there like this guy by decision, and you could always just throw a little sprinkle on that. A lot of times, I mean, guys will go in thinking, okay, I'm gonna just $500 is what I'm gonna invest this week, and they walk out with $2,000, and they're like, this shit's amazing. Get on the card.
It's usually like $300, and they walk out with $2,500.
It has been that, but lately it's been more like invest $500 and get back like $2,000. Just because the lines the way they've been. And when we towards the end of the year, we're starting to accumulate things and starting to look at our year. We've done very, very well this year when it comes to just percentage and winning. So towards the end of the year, you start seeing some of these fights put together, and there's spots that you can take advantage of, and there's spots that you need to just leave alone. There's a lot of bettors that towards the end of the year that give back a ton of the stuff that they made throughout the year, because throughout the year they might have made good reads, but they don't understand the dynamic behind someone who has to face a fight in January or December, but doesn't get to eat Thanksgiving, doesn't get to spend that time with their family, doesn't get to prepare for Christmas, is injured for Christmas, is exhausted every single day leading up to Christmas. Like that holds a big psyche on a fighter. And there's some fighters that don't give a damn. They will go out there and they will knock someone out on Monday and they'll knock someone out on Saturday. They don't give a damn. They're beasts. They don't care. And then you have some family guys, some guys that you guys won't realize had a baby by the last time he fought. And most people are like, oh man, the last time he was a killer. Well, you don't realize that he's got a baby. He's trying to afford stuff. He's injured, but he's going to go ahead and fight it anyway. Like, those are the things that we try to highlight and bring to the table, or just stay away from. we don't necessarily point out a specific injury. So like if I know a fighter's injured, I'll put on there like we're betting against them and telling you guys jump on it. But I don't put in there like, oh, he's got a bum knee or whatever, because just for respect of the fighters and the information they're giving me. So, but this card is, I mean, I could see where a lot of people are saying this card sucks, but I think there's a lot of lines on here you can take advantage of. I think there are a lot of underdogs here that are going to cash. I think you're going to see arm bars from people that are plus 500 by submission. And I throw all that stuff in there, like what to do. And recently, there's been a lot of people have been making more money on. So I'll throw in there some live stuff as well. But when they just read the write up right before the fight, and they're like, okay, so this is going to happen, and they just read the conclusions. I've been getting hit up by clients and saying like, not only has that been a lifesaver for their Saturdays if that's the only thing they get, but I've had a lot of clients be like, that's where I make most of my money. I just read that final conclusion right before the fight. I look at my app or whatever they're on, and they just put in the bet, boom, 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 real quick. And it's crazy. Sometimes it's like first round submission, and it'll be a first round submission, fastest submission in that weight. So you never know. Jump on the card. Jump on this max fight pick. I love this max fight pick. It's gonna do well. We've picked the max fight pick where we definitely have a huge advantage, a pretty big advantage. And I let you.
Well, here's what I want to talk about, because I know the card's getting ready to start. And I know you're getting ready to like cut me off and go back to doing your own thing here, because I know you watch the fights religiously and watch everything about it. I want to talk about that fourth fight. I'm not even going to fuck around trying to pronounce these guys' names, because you know when I do, I generally just murder them. I mean, I guess I can try. Ricky Turcios against Kevin Natividad. Is that like Felice Navidad? You know, but whatever it is, like,
yeah, you almost got
this is the fight I want to talk about.
Okay, so Ricky Turcios versus Kevin Natividad.
Turcios,
So
okay.
you almost got that right. Yeah, Turcios. So Ricky Turcios is kind of a weird fighter. He's the guy is fucking crazy. Like you talk to him, he's talking about ayahuasca and a Joshua tree and how he's just out there. He talks about UFO. Sorry, but he'll talk about UFOs. He'll talk about Sasquatch. He'll talk about the weirdest things, and like he's so knowledgeable on them and so into conspiracy theories and stuff that he looks nuts. So if you interview him, he's kind of crazy. He's all over the place. He always looks high. He's like, yeah, man, I'm going to totally win. But last fight, we saw something in him that week. He was struggling. Something was off. He wasn't his normal quirky self, and his eyes were a little floaty in different areas. And we noticed that leading up to the weigh-ins. We know that he had a bad weight cut. So we bet against him. We bet big against him, and huge underdog came out. But this week, I think Ricky's back on form. When Ricky's on, you're going to want to bet Ricky normally when he's at a decent line, because his skill set does a lot to win fights in the UFC. He has a pretty decent skill set. And those fighters that are extraordinarily awkward, that only come out once in a blue moon, you don't see them in the gym, you don't have a chance to see that look, they surprise some fighters. So I look at Ricky Turcios this week and I say, look, are you on? How do you feel? Are you hitting all the stuff that you're crazy, the crazy Tony Ferguson Granby roll into a kick, into an axe kick, or the crazy spinning nuts off the cage, let me kick you in the forehead and then hit you in the balls on the way down? Like, he does all this crazy stuff, and he's on form to do pretty well. So I expect Ricky Turcios to win this fight. When you're looking at his opponent, Kevin Natividad, he's an Arizona guy. He trains out here in Scottsdale. Pretty good, decent fighter overall. Lacks fight IQ. He has he's changed camps a little bit. So the way that some of these camps work is they'll work with Eddie Cha, or they'll work with another coach in that camp, or Eddie Cha won't be a part of it, the head coach, but because they mesh with different people. He ended up changing it up. Even within the camp, he ended up changing it up to a more grappling-based coach. So I'm expecting him to come out here and try to grapple Ricky. Ricky's very scrambly. Ricky's going to get up. Ricky's going to wear him out. And Kevin, I mean, he hits pretty decently. He does everything okay. Meat and potatoes kind of guy who can make the jump if he had a better chin or had a better skill set. But I just don't think he's there. So I like Ricky Turcios on the money line. I think that's a good bet to put in there. He's not crazy. He's not crazy out there. And I think he's on. Last I spoke to him was very recent. He sounded really good. The time before where I talked to him, he was all over the place. I mean, he was more jumpy than normal, more awkward than normal, and then saying things that didn't make sense. So he was still kind of foggy from that weight cut. He's super focused now. He doesn't want this chance to pass him by. So I think he wins this fight. There's your free play.
Which was what?
So Ricky Tercios money line.
There we go. Well, I'll be honest. I put the screen on your ugly mug, and I really wasn't paying attention. I really wasn't.
No, you're good.
Some hot girl was texting me and asking if I wanted to, go out. So, I saw that face you were making. So I got a little sidetracked here, a little dime piece was sending me a message. And let me tell you, the picture was a lot prettier than what I was looking at on the screen, across from me. So I got sidetracked. But Ricky Tercios, Turkey Day for Turkey Day, as the Sheriff Edward said. By the way, everybody, welcome the Sheriff Edward back in town, back with us today. Welcome, Edward. Thanks for joining us. What else do you like on this card? Come on, Dr. FC. I know we're going to have a big break here in MMA action, coming up. So, I'm trying to pull some teeth from you. And since you don't want to talk about it, fine. I'll be happy to, start bringing up some subjects. Let's talk about that Chase Sherman fight against Where's Waldo. All right, can we talk about Where's Waldo today?
Yeah, Waldo Acosta. He's a Dominican fighter. He habla español como hablo español, no? Entonces cubano. He's Cuban, so his Spanish is like really, really just jungle out there. I love it. I love talking to him. Very confident guy. Too confident. Like if you tell this guy you can't make that jump between these buildings, he's going to try to make the jump between the buildings, even though he's going to die. Like he's just a very confident guy. So he's coming out here. He just fought. He just got his leg kicked off literally a month ago. He took a ton of damage in that fight. A fight that Chase Sherman, by the way, knocked that guy out. A guy he couldn't knock out last time. So they have a ton of people that are on Chase Sherman. Problem is, Chase Sherman's unreliable as shit. Chase Sherman will come out there, look like a dog in round one, and then get touched in the forehead and wobble. But Chase Sherman, he's untrustworthy. At the end of the day, when I spoke with Chase Sherman, he's got really great leg kicks. He hurts people in the gym with leg kicks. He's going to come out here and leg kick. The question is I don't know if Acosta lands on him first, because it's going to come down to the attritional work of Chase Sherman when it comes to the leg kick work, trying to potentially take him down, wear on his arms a little bit, trying to get that blood pumping so that there's less power there. Try to work on that lead leg, because whenever you stand, your lead leg is where you generate a lot of power. So if you're coming in on a huge hit, so if you take out that lead leg, you're taking out a lot of the huge power shots. You're now just jabbing, and when you stick to land a big overhand right, your leg buckles. So Acosta, he's a guy, though, that I don't expect to, even though his leg's buckling, I expect him still to try to throw that right hand. His leg will break, and he will still try to throw the right hand and try to knock Chase Sherman out. The question is, at the end of the day, is he going to catch Chase Sherman before Chase Sherman does that attritional work? Chase Sherman is a veteran. Chase Sherman has been in there with some big people and has survived. So I kind of lean with Chase Sherman. It's just, how are you going to bet a guy who's so unreliable, a guy who had to take steroids in order to gain confidence in the octagon, a guy who got suspended for that same exact thing. And then he had all this back knee, came out there like a world beater, beat the out of some guy, and then had to get off the sauce, came back looking like a kitten. Some of these guys, they just don't, when they take the sauce, they just don't have the mental fortitude, the testicular fortitude it takes to man up and say, I'm now going to fight this straight up, and I'm good enough to win. Man, he's been on this back and forth thing. So he's a guy I favor. It's just, how do you bet a guy like that? At the end of the day, I think the over 1.5 is what I lined up here. I think it's a shaky bet, but I kind of like Chase Sherman, even though he's at plus money. I think this Acosta is drinking his own Kool-Aid a little bit too much. Some guy is gonna fuck this guy up. Some guy is gonna kill this guy. The question is when do you when do you catch him? When is it that you see the thing that needs to happen, the specific right hand that's going to catch him, or the specific submission that's going to catch him? And that guy's going to be a huge underdog, but he's going to have that one tool. When is that going to happen? Is it Chase Sherman? Chase Sherman has those leg kicks. You kind of hope, if you're a Chase Sherman better, that he's going to be there for it. But like I said, at the end of the day, I like Chase Sherman, and I just don't know how you could trust a guy like that. And I know a lot of people are on the under. If it's going to be Chase Sherman winning, I think he wins in round 2 or 3. But yeah, I guess Chase Sherman would have to be the lean on that one.
All right, so with Chase Sherman being the lean, there's a couple options. And, you know, for some huge plus money that I'm trying to eye here, Chase Sherman to win by KO, TKO, or DQ is plus 450 on DraftKings. But if you scroll down and you find Chase Sherman to win by any knockout, submission, or DQ, it's only plus 425. How valid is that bet right there?
I mean, it's a pretty good bet. So Chase, talking to Chase, he's going to try to work the leg kicks. He's going to try to get the arms heavy, and then he's going to try to get a late ground and pound stoppage. So you're looking at round 2, round 3, but outside of that, the question is how does Chase Sherman survive? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he can. I mean, when I talked to Acosta, he talked about trying to take Chase Sherman down. He's got like 1 submission on his record. I don't know, man. The guy's just super cocky, and you can't really trust these guys that are saying everything right, and then you look and why are you limping? You know, like why are you compensating on your right hip? Like they become, you could tell like they're hiding something, and I have a feeling from him that his whole career he's just going to tell me that he's the best. He's going to tell me that he's the greatest. Kind of like Conor McGregor. When I interviewed Conor McGregor, same thing. He's the best. He's the greatest. These guys tell themselves that. So I'm looking at it now. There is something that I did like, and it was like a Chase Sherman no decision. Because if it goes to decision, the bet is void. Let me see. I circled it, but I don't know what it's sitting at now. I can't find it on here. But those things are good. You know, Chase Sherman inside the distance. But I'm talking about little sprinkles, guys, because the guy's super unreliable, right? So Chase Sherman inside the distance, you're looking at a leg kick. The only reason I wouldn't do Chase Sherman KO is because I have seen him hit a couple submissions in the gym. He has taken people down. He has this crazy straight arm lock that he'll do behind someone's head that usually will pop an elbow. He has a few different tricks up his sleeve, but usually when he gets down there, you're looking at ground and pound. And don't be surprised when Chase Sherman comes out here and lays an egg and gets knocked out, because he can do that. He has a good game plan. He's the vet. The other guy's super cocky. There is a little bit to having that confidence and not having lost and feeling like you're the best and going out there. And those guys tend to be first. A lot of times in MMA, if you're the first person to hit, you're the one winning the fight. I mean, last week we saw 2 guys clash together and we saw a double knockdown, right? First person to hit ended up winning that fight. You know, things happen in this fight. I mean, I do like Chase Sherman. I do like the over. I think Chase wins inside the distance. I'm going to go ahead and say that now, but realize that the confidence level isn't necessarily the highest there because he is a shitter.
What was that last? Chase Sherman by what?
Oh, Chase Sherman inside the distance, or what on
Chase Sherman inside the distance.
You summed it up well.
And everybody needs to know,
KO.
full disclaimer, he's a shitter.
Yeah, he's a shitter.
So sprinkle it.
He'll shit the bed.
And don't bet your marbles on it, just for fun. Because, to be honest, in his write-up, to be fair, that has a big stay-away recommendation on the overall fight. But we're sometimes, FC, what he's a master at is finding the little tiny knickknacks inside the fights, and a lot of times it'll say stay away. And if you don't read the write-ups, like if you just look at, so here's the thing with this man, and I mean he's a genius when it comes to this. If you literally just look at the write-ups and then you run away, it says stay away, boom, you're gone. You make no money. Stay away, you didn't lose no money. But so many times this guy will put in a write-up, stay away, but then he throws in these things where he says that about the damage with the leg kicks, how he likes Chase Sherman, but he is, like he said on the live show, he is a shitter. He could never trust Chase Sherman, but he has the value side with his experience and his game plan. He said he just can't pull the trigger. But a lot of times there's little hidden gems inside here where he'll say it's a stay away, but I like this and it's plus 1,200. And if you don't actually read the write-ups and actually decipher what he means, you miss a plus 1,200 that he throws out just for you to basically just sprinkle with some fucking dust. I better beat myself in that one. But then you win. And you just nailed a plus 1,200. So, read the write-ups. And if you're not on the UFC, you're going to miss out. There's still plenty of time. You can get on board for the Max Fight Pick. The Max Fight Pick, guys, it's only $25. Comes with a huge guarantee. Chad, Paul, thanks for jumping on board the UFC. Marco, I see you jumped on board the UFC earlier today. It's $29.99 for an entire wealth of knowledge. How many words are in your write-ups? I know you've got it totaled. How many?
I do. I just don't have it in front of me. I could.
It's a lot.
It's
guys.
a lot, though. It's over 10
These
pages.
write-ups are fucking novels. I better beat myself again.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot, and like you said, and sometimes so towards the end of it, I've been saying on there this person by decision is a sneaky play. I have a few of them on here, and I've been having clients that have read just the conclusions. I mean, they're coming out with some stupid numbers, just some stupid numbers in terms of return. And they know that when I say this guy by decision, I'm saying sprinkle. I've already explained it to them many times. If I were to tell you to put this amount on this fighter, I have people that say, oh shit, plus 1,000, I'm putting the mortgage. I mean, it's just, that's the nature of the beast, right? So we have these write-ups in order to tell you hey, sprinkle, right? Just do a little sprinkle. That's all you got to do. A little sprinkle.
How did that go again?
You end up at the end of the night with $2,000.
Can you do the little thingamabopper again?
I can't. I'm spontaneous, baby. You catch me in the moment or you don't get me at all. Try to get me to repeat something, I look stupid doing it.
I had it ready on the...
You got to eat it, baby. I'm live.
Highlight video right there. Although I could just, hit the repeat on it and create a little highlight of you sprinkling the dust. But I guess we need to hire somebody to do that.
Yeah, we need that meme out there.
I'm glad I'm able to steal some knowledge out of you for these guys. By the way, if you bet on Michigan, they're up 7-3 with 4 minutes left in the second. That one's turning into a barn burner of a slow game where TCU and Baylor's 14-14 with a minute and a half left in the second. How do you like Tennessee today?
Yeah.
You must have a bad connection because we couldn't hear you. All we heard was, yeah, and then you doing your sprinkle dust.
You know me, I'll talk privately about, I've been giving you plays like crazy recently, but you know me, when it comes down to these plays, it's like a jinx thing. I feel like I'm going to lose if I keep giving them out, but dude, these plays have been winning like crazy, so I'll text you later.
I know, but I want to know, how do you like Tennessee today?
I like them. But will I bet it? That's a different story.
Do you think they cover the 22.5?
I don't know about the covering. I do know that. So after the loss to Georgia, I looked into some things, and I did know they were going to come out like crazy the next game. They were just pumped up, motivated. They want to win out. They want to kill this next game. So they are very motivated. I'll give you guys that. The team is in good spirits. Everyone is fairly healthy. They're trying to get wide receivers some numbers and trying to get the quarterback elevated in terms of possibly trying to get in there for the Heisman. So they're talking to the guys they're all about recruitment at this point, trying to get into the playoff.
I am trying to jinx your team here.
Okay.
They're ranked 5th. They're ahead of USC. They're a one-loss team as well. and trying to jinx them so they can
Yeah,
become a two-loss team, and USC can beat UCLA later today, hopefully. And for me being a fan, anyways, just trying to jinx
we'll
them
have to
there.
show some pictures. So I went to law school at the University of Tennessee, and so I work for the athletic program in the compliance department. It's a program that the law school has with the athletic department, where because people go to law school, they don't necessarily become crazy attorneys or lawyers. There's other professions as well, and compliance manager or being a head of a compliance is one of those things. So I was able to make a lot of great connections, and I know the facilities well. You have pictures of me getting dunked on by an Alabama player in the end zone. Literally, I'm right there on the sideline, and he's like dunking on my head when they're up by 50 points. And I have a ton of those pictures. I got to run out. I got to run out of the tee and everything while I was there. Ton of pictures of the 6'4" guy just on the sidelines, bigger than all the coaches, and sometimes bigger than some of the players. And I'm just sitting there, and good time. So I do have a lot of connections, and I try to stay away from betting on Tennessee. Just because, like, I don't know, there's always this weird jinx. Like, one year, if I'm betting them and they're winning like crazy, I feel like I got to keep betting them. One year, if I'm betting them and they lose, I feel like I can't bet them ever again. So I just stay away from those. That's why the fight game is interesting to me and that's why football and baseball and basketball is interesting to me, because when I came out of law school, I became a sports agent right away. When I became a sports agent, I made connections with people. I began not to like teams anymore. It never was about the team. It was about, oh, what player do I have on their practice squad? I'm rooting for this team because I have an athlete there who's trying to make it. I have an athlete there that's just playing special teams. And that may be his whole career, and he's going to make pretty good money doing that. He's going to make me good money doing that. But it becomes a relationship-based thing. So a lot of I don't have favorites when it comes to baseball. You'll never find me picking the same team over and over. There's a fighter on this fight card that I literally tell you is one of my good friends, and I literally don't bet with them. There's been many times where I'm really good friends with people like Calvin Gastelum, and I literally have to tell them, because I don't lie to people. I literally will tell them, man, sorry, betting against you on this one. And I have had some very weird interactions with people when I've told them that we're betting against them, just because they know I'm an honest person. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, man, I've made a ton of connections, and that's the beauty of what we do with everything when it comes to sports. Is you guys, when I joined Pappers Direct, it was like, what do you have to bring to the table? You have to bring something valuable. It's not, you're not just going to come in here and do anything or take over or even start here. You have to prove yourself. So the hoops I had to jump through, but those hoops also helped me know what I had, because Pappers Direct was like, all right, show me you have this. Show me this contact. Show me this. So it made me branch out and reach out to those people, and that's how we're winning a ton of money on the back end now. So sometimes it's good to know when someone's not at 100%.
Well, we definitely made sure that you were who you were, or who you said you were, and that you were legit. But
it's so funny. We get
so we already knew it. It was.
Oh, I know.
But we do appreciate you coming on today. I mean, here, I got $20 for you. Thank you. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
I'm good.
No, I know you charge more than $20. What do you got planned for the rest of the day? Anything fun?
I got to do some. Yeah, man, I got to do some Thanksgiving stuff, man. Like, we've been so busy that I haven't done anything. Usually I get a fresh turkey flown in. I'm not doing that this year. Going to go look for a fresh turkey. Don't know if I can find one. May have to go with frozen this year. But I come from a Cuban background, so my grandfather, he was in Cuba, and he broke his leg when he was really young. So he had to cook for the whole family. And over there in Cuba, one onion will last you a month. Like, you have to make it stretch. So my grandfather taught me everything. And when he came over to America and saw the abundance of food in a supermarket, he flipped his stuff. He was like, I can't. So he died in Hurricane Andrew, because originally from the New Orleans area, but died in Hurricane Andrew, but he passed on all his recipes, and a turkey and Thanksgiving was like one of his things. It was the time he threw down. He knew that at the end of the party, his turkey was going to be gone, and this dry ass piece of shit someone else brought was still going to be there. So I have pride in my Thanksgiving ability. And, I did a little bit of culinary school when I was younger as well, super young. But So I got to get on some Turkey Day stuff. Got to do some prepping and get some stuff ready for that. I haven't done anything yet. So UFC, do that. Get ready for football tomorrow. A little bit of work, a little bit of pleasure, and back at it. What do you have planned for today? Anything crazy?
We appreciate you coming on board. I know you're a busy man. I know UFC's underway, and you're probably multitasking, watching that, and probably trying to keep
I'm getting text right now as we speak.
Face or whatnot. But we'll let you go. We'll let you go tune into the UFC and get your Thanksgiving shopping done. I like my turkey smoked or deep fried. Just so you know, if you want to bring me a turkey, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Do like
yeah,
we
appreciate you coming on board. Steven Sanchez, thanks for signing up for the for the 3x3. Glad to have you on FC's UFC 3x3 special, which if you guys don't know, you get 3 UFC fight cards as well as 3 guaranteed max fight picks for a stupid low price of $100. So if you're not on it, go get on it. And let's make some money today. Good luck on all your wagers. Good luck on the max fight pick. And let's hammer the books today, buddy.
We got it, brother. Take it easy. You guys.
You got it. Thank you for tuning in. Well, folks, there you have it. The man, the myth, the legend himself on the screen still. We're going to leave him there. Oh, he just logged off. I was going to see if we can get him picking his nose like that one time. But glad to have him on board. Everybody give FC a round of applause. And, we're always glad to have him up on the big screen. So thank you, FC. Thanks for taking the time out of your day. And we're all looking for a big day today. So with that being said, we're not going to be live for too much longer, but we're going to jump into a couple game day breakdowns. We're going to take a look at the NC State. That's North Carolina State going up against Louisville. That game starts in 2 hours, guys. It's game 329, 330. Line opened up with Louisville laying 4 and a total of 45.5. We'll pop that one up right now. We'll get that game day breakdown going. We'll do a couple breakdowns for you guys. And there's still time, by the way. If anybody purchases Guaranteed Saturday during the live show and then comments in the live show only and says, hey, I purchased it, I will write your name down. You'll get a promo code emailed to you. And if there's still time, something else for free. Joe Dirt says, not a big UFC fan. You know what? I was never a big UFC fan either. I am now. It's something that I learned to like. I used to hate it, to be honest. But you know what? One thing that I love, Joe, and I know you do too? Monet. I know you love the Monet. All right? And if you like Monet, you'll like betting the UFC. I mean, you just put the bets in and go away. Cash out later and enjoy your day. You don't have to like watching it to bet on it. If you only bet on sports that you like, you're going to be missing out on a lot of great opportunities. So a lot of times, I just put the bets in like I did today. I put in all the UFC bets, and I went about my business. All right? And we'll worry about what the cookies are going to crumble later on. All right, so back to NC State and Louisville. Line opened up, Louisville laying 4 with a total over and under 4.5. Line is now down to 3. It's down 1.5 points from where it opened, and is down 2 points on the total as well. Louisville laying 3 minus $1.10 or minus 155 on the money line, and the total sitting at 43.5 is minus 105. So you could actually get, if you're rolling with the over, you can get it at 43, or if you're rolling with the over or the under, you can take 43.5. Take a look at this one. You got NC State 7-3, 3-7 against the spread. A horrible team to be betting on against the spread all year long. Then you got Louisville 6-4 straight up, 6-4 against the spread. And talk about an under team. All right, they're what? Their last 2 games have gone under with, what are they? 6-4 to the under on the year. 6-4 on the under for the year. Same thing for NC State. They're combined 12-8 under. They're both coming off a loss. They both did not cover their last game. Speaking of last games, we'll talk about those here. When you take a look at Louisville, they played Clemson and they got beat by 15, 31-16. They were catching a touchdown and they got smacked in the face by 15. And then you got NC State that was playing Boston College. They were an 18-point favorite and they lost outright by a single digit. They lost as an 18-point favorite, 21-20 at home. If you don't think they're motivated Today, you'd be sadly mistaken. Now, NC State, they average 26.4 points a game. Louisville, 28.8, just a tad bit more from the Louisville side. We'll take a look at that Louisville offense. They're averaging 39 running plays to 29 passing plays. Predominant run-heavy offense. They're averaging 197 a game on the ground at 5 yards a carry, 224 in the air at 7.6 yards per passing attempt. NC State on offense, they average 37 run plays to 34 passing plays. They average 132 a game on the ground, a very dismal 3.6 yards per carry, and 6.4 yards per passing attempt is what they average with 218 yards a game in the air. NC State will be going up against a Louisville defense that's been giving up just shy of 21 points a game. They've been giving up 20.6 points per game. They give up 146 a game on the ground at 3.9 yards per carry, and they give up 208 in the air at 7.3 yards per passing attempt. When you go and you take a look at the NC State defense and you see what they've been holding teams to, they've been holding teams just a smidge over 18 points a game. They're giving up just 92 rushing yards a game at 3.4 yards per carry. So that's going to be a big thing in this game. Can NC State stop that Louisville run? They've done a great job all year long containing the run, holding teams to under 100 yards rushing a game at 92 yards. However, they've been getting torched at 230 in the air, although they're only giving up 6.6 yards per passing attempt. But they've given up a lot more passing plays, 8 on average per game, than they have been run plays, because that front line has been so dominant against teams like Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Syracuse. Even though they lost 24-9 against Syracuse, they were able to contain the run in that game. Florida State, they beat them 19-17. Clemson, they only lost by 10, 30-20. And if you look at their losses, if you look at their 3 losses on the year, they're 7-3. If you look at their losses, they lost to Clemson by 10. They lost to Syracuse 24-9, and they just lost to Boston College by a measly digit. All right, I know a lot of people are on Louisville. Louisville, 10-4-1 against the spread, coming off a conference straight-up loss. When Louisville is coming off a conference straight-up loss, they are 10-4-1 in their last 15 games. By the way, the favorite has won the last 3 against the spread in this head-to-head matchup. And then there's NC State. The game before playing North Carolina, the last 10 times, they're 8-2 to the under. However, they're a predominant under team anyways, especially with that front line holding teams to 92 rushing yards a game. I know a lot of people are on Louisville. I loved North Carolina when you were catching 4. You're still catching 3. I still like it. I still think there's some value in NC State, in North Carolina State here, at NC State +3. I like them at +3. And again, it's just a lean. Lean means this. We're leaning on it. We're leaning on it. All right? Anthony says, looks like Michigan is looking forward to next week and not playing their game. Yeah, definitely. They're definitely not playing their game. That is for sure. Michigan. 7-3. 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Pathetic! But again, lean towards North Carolina State, rolling down the list. Just taking a look at some opportunities here. Miami and Clemson. Miami 5-5 straight up, 2-8 against the spread, going up against Clemson, who is 9-1 straight up, 5-5 against the spread. When you start taking a look at this one, what are you going to find? All right, what are you going to find in this one? First of all, line opened up at this one with Clemson laying 19 and a total of 48. Clemson was laying 19 with a total of 48. So, what do you got now? Pretty much the same. Clemson's still laying 19. However, you can get 47 or 47.5 if you're rolling with the over on this one. We're going to roll through Miami real quick. First of all, Miami. They're coming off a win. They beat Georgia Tech 35-14. All right? Now, that's a team that Clemson smashed in week 1 of college football, 41-10. Week 1. All right? Clemson, a couple weeks ago, on the 5th, lost to Notre Dame 35-14. Gadunk! Completely knocked them out of their game. They came back with a big win over Louisville, 31-16. Beat them by 15 points. By the way, Miami, 13-2 to the under in the last 15 games on the road, coming off a conference straight-up loss. Miami, 12-3 against the spread on the road after a blow-up straight-up win of 20 points or more. They just beat Georgia Tech by 21 last week. Clemson 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against Miami. 6-1 against the spread. Do they cover the 19 today? Probably. When you look at these numbers, Miami averages 25.7 points a game compared to Clemson's 34.2. Clemson's averaging 182 rushing yards a game, 4.6 yards per carry. They average 227 in the air and even Stevens 7 yards per passing attempt. Miami, on the other hand, they average 140 a game on the ground at 3.9 yards per carry, as well as 254 in the air at 7.1 yards per passing attempt. Miami will be going up against that Clemson defense that has been stingy, holding teams to 21 points a game. They're giving up just 113 a game on the ground, holding teams to 3.6 yards per carry, as well as 229 in the air at 6.4 yards per passing attempt. Miami's defense has given up 23.9 points per game is what Miami gives up. They give up 126 a game on the ground at 3.7 yards per carry. Interesting to see if Clemson's going to be able to run the ball effectively against Miami. I think they will be able to today. All right. Miami also gives up 229 in the air, 8.5 yards per passing attempt. Look for Clemson to exploit that. Also, Miami, -3 in the turnover department. Clemson even Steven on that one. Now, Clemson's last game went under the total. All right. They had a total of 51.5. It was a 31-16 final. Clemson in their last, if you take out their loss to Notre Dame, they have scored 31, 27, 34, 31, 30, 51, 48, 35, and 41 points all by themselves. You got a total of 47 here, all right? You got a total of 47. Can Clemson get 35 points in this game? Can they put up 5 touchdowns? I think they do with ease. And they're going to give up points. I mean, they gave up 16 to Louisville. They gave up 35 in their loss to Notre Dame. They gave up 21 in their win against Syracuse. They gave up 28 to Florida State. They gave up 20 to NC State. They gave up 45 to to Wake Forest and 20 to the Raging Cajuns. This one is screaming over. This one is screaming over. I mean, it's screaming over, all right? Miami, Clemson over 47. That is your free play. We'll get that in the comment section here shortly. That is your free play, though. All right? That is your free play. Now, if you can find a good individual team total for Clemson, if it's under 34.5, I would definitely be rolling with the over if it's anything around there. So, with that being said, free play, and it's going in the comment section right now. Miami versus Clemson. Oh. Miami versus Clemson. How about now? We got sound? This is flipping weird. Can you guys hear me now? Testing 1, testing 2. Oh, now you guys got me? Okay. Toby, what reversal? Did I miss something? I mean, nothing's working. TV's not working. Nothing's working. By the way, Michigan State up 24-7 at the half. Michigan up 7-3 at the half. Purdue up 14-3 at the half. UTSA up 21-0 and rolling. TCU and Baylor 14-14 at the half. That total kind of stalled out. I don't know why we had audio problems. Because if I mute the mic... All right, now we got audio. If it went away for about 30 seconds, let me know, because I think I figured out the issue that we were having, and that would be great if I got it figured out. That way tomorrow's live show goes off without a hitch. But nonetheless, I'm ready to rock and roll. If you're on my personal plays, they'll be going out here shortly. By the way, personal plays and premium plays. Today and today only. Buy 3 days. Get 3 days free. And guaranteed Saturday, 50% off, so it's only $75. All right, don't forget the big combo package. It's up, it's out. All right, guys, I am out. Enjoy your day. And again, we'll be back full NFL breakdowns tomorrow. It's going to be fun. I'm super pumped to be back in the office. We'll be back tomorrow. Live show, 10 on the East, 7 on the West, 8 if you're in Arizona. All right? It's going to be fun tomorrow, so don't miss out. And let's get some money today.
This is not intended for one hater, but all haters.
All right, folks, I'm out. Enjoy your Saturday. And again, please wager responsibly, and we'll see you guys live tomorrow.